About 6 months ago, I developed a rather sudden interest in making of video games. So I did what any reasonable person will do. I searched up for 3D game engine and tried Unity and Unreal Engine 5. However, they were bloated beyond belief and took days to download and the editor lagged hard. So I looked for something lighter and I tried really, but I wasn't skilled enough for that. Anyways, then I discovered Godot. Rather conveniently, Godot was available in Debian repository. So I installed it not knowing it was Godot 3 not Godot 4 because of course it's Debian. It took me a whole week to realize it. Then I manually installed Godot 4 and it felt slow. Godot 4 was considerably slower yet faster in certain areas for some reason. Then it became a 6-month-long rabbit hole of trying to understand GPU programming and Godot. Anyways, I created a comprehensive benchmark project testing Godot 3's GLES 2, GLES 3, Godot 4's OpenGL, OpenGLES, Vulkan Mobile and Vulkan. And then I gave it to my friends and thanks to all of them we got 35 benchmark results from all major GPU brands from old to new. Now I understand Godot, but before I show you the benchmark results, here is the example how my benchmark looks.
What are you looking at? Peer into this dark horizon, through these shadows hiding me. Keep that blind and make your mind up. What you get is what you see. Piece by piece, a puzzle forms whose missing pieces won't be missed. Strictly while they're missing, you can say they don't exist. Close the door and then reopen, never knowing what you'll find. Till you seek it, purely secret, absolutely undefined. Over time you fix your vessel, changing worn out planks and strips. Change them all from how they started. Is that still yours? I'm standing here before you as a pure blank slate, and you're desperate to make it whole. All or nothing, what's the goal? Once nobody knew, all thoughts were new. Oh, what a curious world. Go back to the start, before the light, before the story unfurled. Go back to the start, empty and dark. Wasn't it fun back then? Say, wasn't it fun?
Before we dive into the graphs, you may have noticed the benchmark video looks rather different across different Godot versions. Godot 4's OpenGL and GLES, the misset room colors are absolutely broken. But Godot 3's GLES versions are perfectly normal and Godot 4's Vulkan. Some of them does not support SSR like Godot 4's OpenGL and Godot 3's GLES 2. But Godot 3 OpenGL ES3 and Vulkan of Godot 4 supports SSR. I got 35 benchmark total, but I'll show you only 17 to keep this video digestible. But you can find all 35 benchmark on my GitHub and Codepad. Links are in description. Anyways, here is AMD Radeon Vega 6 by Rin. By the way, do note some of the map has SSR and some of them has direction lighting and some just has environment lighting and nothing else. Let's examine our fastest scene, CS Office. Here Godot 4 OpenGL is the fastest one, with OpenGL 3's GLES 2 close behind. Third is Godot 4's OpenGL ES 3ES, Godot 4's OpenGL ES, and I will explain in a bit why OpenGL ES is bad in a moment. And here comes Godot 3's OpenGL ES 3, Vulkan Mobile and Vulkan running at less than half of Godot 4's OpenGL FPS. Now a harder map to render. Godot 4's OpenGL is twice as fast as Godot 3's GLES 2, even though they were neck to neck in CS Office. GLES 3 is now faster than Godot GLES 2, despite being its half of speed in CS Office. Godot 4's OpenGL ES, Vulkan Mobile and Vulkan are nearly identical, and again half of Godot 4's OpenGL. Now building with light scenes. Wait, why is OpenGL ES2 performing the same as Vulkan, and why is GLES 3 slower than Vulkan? You might think this benchmark was poor, but it's consistent across multiple computers. So here's AMD Vega 8, similar pattern, but Vulkan pulls ahead in demanding scenes. Now RX 7900 XT, things get funky. GLES 3 is almost fast as GLES 2 in demanding maps, and Vulkan Mobile is slightly faster than Godot 4's OpenGLES. GLES 3 is now almost fast as GLES 2 in demanding maps, and Vulkan Mobile is slightly faster than Godot 4's OpenGL. Godot 4 OpenGL is the same. Holy shit, Vulkan Mobile is nearly fast as OpenGL in demanding things now. RX 580 GLES 2 is destroying everything, but notice how Godot 4's OpenGLES is doing suspiciously well all of a sudden, almost matching normal OpenGL. Now here's the critical information. Windows doesn't natively support OpenGLES, it translates to DirectX. Linux supports OpenGLES, so performance of OpenGLES is almost same as OpenGL on Linux. But wait, then Godot 3's GLES should also perform bad on Windows too, right? Well, turns out Godot 3 uses regular OpenGL, just says GLES as a renderer name. One more thing, on Windows, OpenGL uses version 3.3. On Linux, is using latest supported version by the driver like 4.6. I'm not sure if it's affecting performance though. Now let's move to Intel. Here is my Intel UHD 630 iGPU benchmark on Linux. The graph looks like the RX 580. OpenGL and OpenGLES performance are similar. In lighter scenes, GLES 2 is fastest, normal Vulkan is half, of course. Now here is an older Intel iGPU, the HD 520. For some reason, Windows loads Godot 4 OpenGL as a GLES on this computer, so I had to remove that data. Otherwise, it's similar to my 630, just slower. Here are two more and they are pretty much same too. Now Nvidia, here is RTX 4070 Super. Holy shit, Vulkan is faster than OpenGL in some case again. Normal Vulkan beats OpenGL and GLES 2 is still fast. RTX 4060 Ti, more normal Vulkan and OpenGL is close. RTX 4060 now, why is OpenGL slower than Vulkan again? RTX 4060, same situation. MX 250, GLES 3 does well, OpenGL leads by hair. GTX 1650, Vulkan Mobile is faster in lighter since OpenGL is demanding one, but it's pretty close. GTX 1660 Ti, same OpenGL ES DirectX is fast all of a sudden. GTX 1070, same. Alright, enough grabs. Now, why is Vulkan slower than OpenGL in most benchmarks? As in, Vulkan supposed to be faster since it's closer to metal. Here's the thing, Godot developer rewrote the entire rendering pipeline of Godot 4, making it primarily Vulkan only. They said it took a whole 3 years to do it, and OpenGL was added back later for compatibility with older computers. Since they just assume OpenGL will be used with older computers that are already slow, and they just didn't bother adding most of the feature back, like SSR is gone and some other important stuff. So it was more like a last minute effort to add OpenGL so it's lighter and runs faster than Godot 3's OpenGL, but at the cost of fancy features like SSR. I don't think they will add these features back to OpenGL anytime soon. I think they might just drop support for OpenGL or just make it worse. Anyways, what about OpenGLES? Why doesn't Windows support natively? Well, you see most mobile devices, particularly smartphones, use OpenGLES as stripped down OpenGLES for embedded systems and mobile systems. But modern phones support Vulkan too, the same one as desktop. so developers are just kind of shifting into Vulkan first. Okay, now what should you use? If your audience has an older computer and you use optimized methods for rendering like backlighting and stuff like that, and also low poly assets, then I think you should just stick to Godot 4's OpenGL. I cannot recommend Godot 3 anymore after testing it because it's discontinued, lack of tutorial. Also Godot 4's GLES script does not work on Godot 3. If you're targeting modern computers and onto all of these fancy rendering features like SSR, then just stick with Godot 4 Vulkan and just hope that Vulkan's performance will get better over time with future updates. But if you want those modern features but wanna stick with OpenGL and target older computers, then I think you might want to give Godot 3 GLES 3 a try then. But do remember it's discontinued, so I strongly recommend please try Godot 4 first. Alternatively, just make your own Godot 4 OpenGL fork and add those features back by yourself. Oh, by the way, you can download my benchmark project from GitHub, Codeberg or itch and test what works best on your system, and all project files, compiled binaries and raw benchmark data and graphs are on my GitHub and Codeberg too. This video took over a month to make because thanks to my AuDHD. Since you have watched this far, you might wanna subscribe, and also you can join my Discord. We have literally no one over here and we can talk about random stuff like this. Alright, I'm leaving. See ya. Have a nice day.